welcome to Tales from the Tidewater, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. My name is Alan, and I'll be your Dungeon Master tonight and hopefully more. And with me are my fine co-hosts, Astro.
Hello.
Buzz is here.
Hello.
Josh is here and may or may not be a dirty cat man.
Sonic Cat.
Les is also with us this evening.
I am here.
And last but certainly not least, Rachel is rounding out our cast.
That's me.
Let's go ahead and roll a 20-sided die just to do a quick recap. This should be relatively easy because if you're on the stream, you realize that the last episode happened about 10 minutes ago.
1, 2, 3, not it.
I got a 9.
An 11.
Okay.
I got a 1.
I got a rock.
Les, what'd you get?
7.
7. Okay, 11 wins it.
Moi?
Yeah, it's you. You get to do the recap, buddy.
Filthy Catman?
Yes.
Stinky poo-poo Catman. Okay. So there was poop and blood. There was go-karts, and we were having a good time riding up ye old trail. When all of a sudden, bats were coming out of a rusty old bunker. And we don't like bats, naturally, as monster hunters. They gum up the works. You know, trouble ahead. So we decided, hey, let's blast them all. And Tim, being our resident blast man, blasted the blasting hell out of them. Blast. What happened next? Well, it was very dark. Very dark. And I ignited my sword in a thunderous sound, which did just about nothing, except to one bat.
That's all it took.
And then the rest of you killed some bats, so that's good, because we don't like bats. Pretty sure that's about where we're at now. We are fighting a bat. Oh, right. One of our rival compatriots got whisked away by Fabio the Bat.
Fabio the Bat. Yeah,
Yes.
after suplexing a bat off of the balcony, Marcus got by a big, scary black bat.
Marcus fucked around and found out.
Shit.
Oh man, I hope that was after the minute marker for YouTube, so I don't have to bleep that out.
Whoops.
I think we're
Pretty
good.
sure I took it all up with my recap.
Yeah,
Thanks,
it's
Josh,
all
for
good.
taking that one for me.
It's all good.
That's going in the official recap.
That's beautiful.
Marcus fucked around and found out.
Fucked around and
Last time.
found out. Yup.
All right, so with that scream, the bats that you were fighting all kind of scatter. They are not trying to fuck around and find out, and so
Head honcho bat.
you all are left alone, and Logan it's like he turns to you all. We have to go get him. My sister and or not my sister, my wife and her sister will never forgive me. Why don't you all give me a perception check, and also if you want to like talk to Logan or to each other about what just happened, please feel free to do so.
While I make my perception check, I'll look at Hope and be like, do we bill them for the rescue?
Oh, fuck
Oh
yeah.
my god!
Okay, hold
Hey,
on.
he said he was going to bill us for the healing, so you know what? Fair's
Here's
fair.
the thing. That line alone made me think that and Magni are in like a passive aggressive billing war.
Like a
with
friendly
each other?
billing rivalry.
Yeah, where we'll just itemize the most randomest shit from our escapades when we run
Perfect.
into each other. And so, like, I was so tempted to RP this moment where I just say, yeah, you bill us for the healing, but you're 90 days past due on that Eldritch Blast I gave you last week, or something like that, you know, from someone else in our party, just being like, we shot something for you, so...
I gotcha.
Yeah. Something like that, you know. You still owe us for that circle of zone of truth. But yeah. I didn't see shit. How about the rest of y'all?
I got a
saw-
2.
I got a 10.
I got a 9.
I'm mad.
So that's a
18.
big eye full of nope.
What was that, Sam?
18.
Okay. If you got over a 10, which is I believe just Athena and Sam, you see out of the corner of your eye, you see one of the buildings that's on one of the farther ends of the fort, and it's got a light on in it that is flashing back and forth. So, what do you do with that information?
Point out to the rest of the party.
So there's a light on in a building? I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I
there-
was distracted by baby.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
there's a light over at the Frankenstein place.
I was gonna say. So is it a building that's part of the prison?
Frankenstein
Yeah,
place.
it's like in the manor that I was talking about. That looks like it was like a manor
Oh.
that officers might have stayed in.
So there's a light on
Okay.
in there, and when we saw Marcus get grabbed, didn't the bat take him into the tunnel?
Yeah,
Into the wall?
which you all give me a knowledge history roll.
Let's see if we do any better at this.
I think I have a thing.
Okay.
16.
I got a
I love
4.
local history.
Fine.
Oop.
That's going to
9.
be an 11 from me.
Yes, much better. Oh my god. 20.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's dirty though.
Anything
That's
over a 15, you know that the tunnels and the cell system that is in the lower levels of the prison are labyrinthine. I think that's the right way you say that word.
Labyrinthine.
Labyrinthian.
Labyrinthian? Maybe. One
Sure.
of those words. Sure.
Labyrinthine.
Amazing.
It's a
Labyrinthian.
fucking labyrinth down there.
There you go.
You remind me of the bat. What bat?
The bat with the power?
Power of what?
Power to
The
pick
power
up a
of
full dwarf. Oh, that's going to be fun to edit out.
You're welcome.
Good luck.
So you know that it is it being dark now, and it is not a modernized prison on the lower levels. They don't, it's not. It is a fort. They don't really have like electricity and stuff like that there, and it is. You get the feeling that you might have if you're hunting a creature of the darkness like a giant, 10-foot bat, that you might have a hard time without knowing your way. You might have a hard time tracking it down.
So we definitely want a map. Now that it's getting dark, I am going to walk around to each member of our group and just tap one of their items, whether it's like the tip of Athena's quarterstaff, and I specifically have like a pendant or something that I'll touch and cast light on. And I'll cast light so everybody has at least one light source.
Yeah, I guess
Duration 1 hour.
Oh, speaking of casting things, can anybody else heal? Because I'm not half hurt, but I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, I have some healing I can dole out.
I got a good berry. But for light, I thought once you use it, I thought you have a limit on how many items you can light.
Oh, I have no idea. I was just gonna make it easy. I'll light just one thing. Then I'll use my little pendant, so we have a light source that I can kind of hold out. Ooh, sorry, went 3D there on you.
I didn't think there was a limit, but I don't know that for sure. I don't think it's super game breaking either way. But another good
The
question
spell
is.
ends if you cast it again or dismiss it as an action. So you can
Okay.
do it
One.
to the one.
Well,
Okay, yeah. So I do it once, but
so let's ask
whoever's
this:
leading the group, I'll cast light on the front runner.
who has what who can see in the dark?
Right here.
So,
I ate a lot of
Good.
carrots as a kid.
so it looks like just Cut and Athena and Hope currently see in the dark.
I
Mhm.
could, I think, for 2 hours with wild shape.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know what it's.
Yeah, but Tim definitely does not. because he is a human. And Logan sees in the dark.
Okay.
So that's what we got. So what are y'all doing?
I'm going to cast a good berry and spawn up to 10 berries and just offer them to whoever needs.
Do those give
does
healing?
one
Good berries.
Yeah, they're healing, and they also fill
Yeah,
you
good
up.
berry
I
does
think
berry.
Sorry, what was that?
they heal as well as filling you up as far as like the need for food. I think.
Yes, provides enough nourishment to sustain a creature for 1 day.
Okay. And what was I gonna say? Does that cost you a spell slot, or is that a freebie
Yeah,
for you?
first up.
Okay, because
No,
I have a big old healing pool, so if you want to save that one for later, that's always an
No,
option.
they last for 24 hours, so it's not that bad.
Okay, got it.
Did you know that pumpkins are technically berries?
Yeah.
Huh?
You shut your Marv mouth.
So just like using good berry to like conjure up a bunch of healing pumpkins.
Does this mean that
sounds
pumpkin
totally
spice is an
ridiculous?
elixir?
Pumpkin spice is an elixir.
Definitely.
That'd be great. Athena's would like some berries because she's very hurt.
So I'll take whatever healing is offered. Timothy will gladly accept.
Same. Like, I appreciate that 8 because I was not looking good at all.
I missed it because I was distracted by a tiny child. Was it a static amount of healing that it gives you, or was it a die roll?
I think it's 1 HP per berry you eat.
Okay, so it's a pool of 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So while that's going on, Fuzz, you're pretty hurt, right? Timothy's pretty hurt.
Yeah, I took 16 out of 36 damage.
Ouch. Okay. So go ahead and take. Let me see. One sec. I know I have more.
Logan
I'm
also
gonna take
kind of
5 berries.
Logan also
Okay.
offers his services for healing him being a cleric.
Right on, right on. Go ahead and take 1d6 to heal. Take 2. Take 2d6. And that's gonna be healing light. You.
If Logan's willing to heal me as well, I will not say no. I did not roll very well.
All right. Well, he'll give you a drop of cure wounds on you. That's D8 plus something.
Usually it's D8 plus caster level.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah,
used
yeah.
to be D8 plus caster level.
D8 plus your spell modifier, I think, is what it is actually.
Okay.
So you get 8 hit points back, Tim.
I'm still a tiny bit hurt, but I'm good to go.
Okay. So
Nothing that's really worth it.
y'all
You
are
hurt or injured, buddy?
Little scratch.
just a flesh wound. So y'all are healing up. There's a light flashing off in the distance in the manor, and Marcus got carried off into the dark tunnels.
All right. I'll go ahead and give the rallying cry and say, well, if we take out the big bat, I bet the littler bats will disperse. So we got to go after that thing. Plus, we can't just leave Marcus to its clutches.
I mean, we could.
Yeah, no, let's go get him.
Yeah. Tim, what were you saying about the contract?
I was like, was this in the contract? I thought the contract was just for normal bats.
I'll say we can always negotiate an addendum afterwards.
We'll upcharge them.
Logan
Exactly.
chimes in. He's like, "Look, if you help me get Marcus back, we won't even contest like who's getting this job from the government. We'll just let you. We'll take the loss on the income if we don't have to explain why my brother-in-law got lost in an old Civil War fort."
No, I understand not wanting to explain that one to the missus.
That's definitely a sweet deal for us. So let's get moving. I bet the captain's quarters, with that bright, I think it's like a plot light. I don't know. It's hard to see. But we should go investigate that first and see if there's any map.
To the light.
Oh yeah. Peabody Island is a tourist site. Is there any maps we can look at around here?
Not anywhere. They wouldn't like. There's not any. They have. You know that anybody who's been here before. Some of you. I don't know if any of your characters have been out here before, being a tourist site.
Not a character.
There's maps, but they're like little pamphlets. They don't have. I don't know if I haven't been in P-Patch in years myself. I don't know if they actually have like the display ones that are out and about. But probably they wouldn't have maps of the jail, of the cell section. They'd probably have a map of like the top side area of like where everything is, you know?
Yeah.
And it's
So,
like labeling where rooms are and all.
Yeah, like this is this is the Cadbury house, and this is the Willingham barracks, and like, you know, where all the major buildings and restrooms and things are.
Yeah. So I'll lead the group to the manor house, and we'll check out what's going on. Is the front door open?
So it's not open. It's not locked. It is not. The door is not open right now, but you haven't tried the doorknob, so.
I test the handle.
Yeah, it pulls open.
Yeah, so I'll open it.
Give me perception checks, everybody.
Oh boy. I love dying.
11.
Oh, okay.
Watch it just be trapped. It's like, who traps a tourist? It's a tourist trap.
22.
Oh boy.
Wait, it's all pitch black?
I got a
Always
10.
was.
No.
7.
Okay.
Oh, they're gonna make a pitch black Vin Diesel joke.
I'm
That's-
sure I could draw it up.
I like Pitch Black better than the other Riddick movies. Like, I thought it was the best of the trilogy.
There's only 2, so
There's
not really
3.
splitting hairs there.
There's 3.
That's what he's saying.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. Duh.
There's 3. What?
There's 3 movies.
Because
There's
there's
3
Pitch Black,
Riddick
there's
movies?
Chronicles of Riddick, and then there's one after Chronicles of Riddick, I think.
Are we counting the animated movie?
No, I'm pretty sure those 3
We're getting off
movies.
topic. We go into the building.
Anyway.
What do we see?
We'll look it up later.
Bad.
Anybody did everybody get over a 5?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
What is this for?
this is perception.
Les, did you get over
Yeah,
a 5?
yeah. Go ahead, Les. Do you
Yeah,
have
I
something
got
to
a
say?
7. I got
Okay.
a 10, actually. I'm sorry.
Okay. You all smell pumpernickel,
Ooh.
Pumpernickel.
and it is lit. The lights are on, and like it's so you're in a foyer type thing. I'm not gonna like. I don't know what the actual layout of these type of houses is officially, but like there's the halls and stuff are, you know, have carpets like running down them, and they've got sconces and stuff lit, and yeah, it's lit, and you smell pumpernickel.
All right. Where's the
I'm
smell
having a
coming
stroke.
from?
What
What's
is
that?
pumpernickel?
It's a type
What
of
is it?
bread.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a deadly poisonous berry.
You not believe anything you tell me. I have no idea.
Josh, were you trying to say something?
I was just like, am I having a stroke?
No, that's almonds.
Yeah. Bitter
I've heard
almonds.
burnt toast too.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
can
burnt bitter almonds.
you guys can the smell is so there's a flight of stairs like kind of like in that foyer area. The smell is not coming from upstairs, it is coming from the ground floor, and there's kind of like a hallway, and coming down from one of the doorways, one of the hallways kind of splits at the end of the hall and
Yeah.
goes 2 ways.
So the light we saw from outside, was that coming from upstairs, or was the whole building lit up when we
No.
looked at it from outside?
It was one of the it was the whole house.
Okay. Interesting.
It was specifically. It was actually specifically like the room that you're in, because that's the one that's
Okay.
visible, like to the front.
Right. Okay. Got it.
But it basically,
I'm
when
gonna
you got-
go...
When you got close
ahead.
enough, it kind of stopped flashing.
Interesting. Oh, it's
It was-
flashing.
It was flashing
Yeah.
off and on and off and on.
Yeah.
But when you got close, I didn't say that. It basically remained on.
God, I hope
Okay.
it's not ghosts and bats.
It is spooky season.
Alan, did the flashing of the light remind me, just like with me having been in the military part of that, like signaling, like purposeful signaling, or was it just like a weird flashing?
No, it didn't seem to be like code or anything like that. No, nothing military about it.
Okay. I want to go investigate the pumpernickel smell. Is everyone coming with me?
I do enjoy a good
Yeah,
Reuben,
let's
so
go.
I'll be on my way.
And then I think Astro and
Okay, so you
Someone's cooking. That means someone's alive here.
I would hope so.
all right? So you go down and the
Mhm.
hallway, and so it splits. To the left is where you can clearly smell. That's like where the smell is coming from. To the right is not. And so you go down there, you see the light under the door. It's a closed door, but with like light kind of coming down underneath of it, illuminating the hallway.
Okay. I open the door.
Okay.
When Hope opens the door, I will point my gun through the doorway and check for bats.
But I'm also, I feel like I should be more specific. So I'm gonna just gently, if it's swinging outwards, I'm gonna just gently push it, and if not, I'm just kind of like, ee.
Are you like doing the thing where you push it open but you don't move forward with it?
No, I'm kind of pushing so I can like peek in and be like, what's going on in there?
Oh, okay. So you open up, and it is what appears to be a kitchen. There is a kind of like large working countertop in the middle. Big like old style oven that is fired up and obviously baking something. And you see a tall, dark-haired man with his hair back in a ponytail, kind of with an apron over top of it, and he is with his back is to you. But what it looks like, he is wearing a Civil War uniform.
It's a ghost.
Oh my god,
It's a cosplayer.
It's a
LARPer.
Do you say that out loud as Hope?
Probably, honestly.
Okay.
Hope would just be like, it's a ghost.
All
Or
right,
she would even just be like, is that a ghost?
the sound of the door opening and like kind of like just the sound of like people breathing and like holding their breath just kind of so the man turns around and he kind of looks at you like, I'm not a ghost. And ghosts can't bake bread, can they? And he like has oven mitts on and he like opens up the oven and like pulls out like a big like one of those baking like wooden baking things that they use for like to pull stuff out of, you know what I mean?
A spatula?
No, it's like the big like wide ones that they use
a
on like
peel. A peel.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, like
a pizza peel, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So yeah, peel. He's got a big flat peel and he's pulling out a steaming loaf of bread that you presume is pumpernickel.
I'll ask him if he's not a ghost, if he's a reenactor. Like, I don't know if they do like hire reenactors for this, for this site.
No,
I think they do.
No, I wasn't saying nope to that they don't have reenactors, because I used to work with one of the guys who was part of the 102, the first 102nd. I don't remember which.
Yeah.
It was one of the divisions. Randy will like kick me for not knowing the name of it after that was all like he would talk about when I worked with him. But it's like no, not a ghost, not a LARPer, is it? I don't know what that is. But
you're wearing Civil War uniform. What are you doing here?
Oh yeah, that was the only clothes that I found when I woke up here. Any kind of
They're blue.
What's that?
They're the blue uniform, right?
Yeah, those are the Union uniforms. Yeah, it's a Union uniform, not a Confederate uniform. Go ahead, Josh. Or was it Fuzz? Sorry.
I think it was Fuzz.
Both of your screens squares lit up at the same time, and I thought it was Josh.
I have something to say after Fuzz, but
go ahead, Fuzz. Go, Fuzz, go.
So when you say you woke up here, were you visiting and took a nap under a tree?
No, I simply was what I was, and then I was as you see me now.
Well, that just raises more questions.
He wipes off his headphones out of his ears. He takes the oven mitts off and he kind of wipes them off on his apron and he takes it off and he's like, "My name's David. That's the name I gave myself because I didn't have one." Josh, you had something. Yes, Josh, you had something to say.
How long ago did you wake up there, David?
I'd assume it's probably maybe like a cycle of the rotation of the moon, I'd say.
A month.
Yeah, about a month.
You've been here for a whole month. So is today just Pumpernickel Day for you, or?
No, I'd wait until everybody leaves to bake because they typically don't know how to quite deal with me. I'm not a normal person, I guess, is you could clearly tell.
That's becoming more and more apparent. What are you?
Well, that's a little bit more complicated question because I don't quite know
Sure.
myself. Would you all like to?
Your comfort level, don't worry.
Us.
What's
Very
that?
sus.
I said answer at your comfort level. Don't worry about it.
Why don't we have a seat at the table? Can I offer you all some bread?
No, thank you.
It does smell delicious.
Yeah.
I will also vote that the name of this episode is Pumpernickel Day.
Well, I thought
It's a good name.
I thought it was boot knocking bats was last episode. So
Yeah.
we'll figure it out. He kind of like motions and he like goes into. They do have like a modern fridge in here for like, just because they're not trying to keep a real ice box like old timey stuff.
No, God no. I'll say, do you have any butter for the bread? Yeah, let's eat a slice of bread, David. I want to know more about you, man.
Yeah, Logan kind of looks around and like, do we really have time for this? Like, Marcus is literally being carried away by that thing, and we're talking to some wacko with pumpernickel bread. And it was like, David kind of looks over to him and like, you're referring to the creature that took your friend outside, yes?
Yeah.
How did you know?
Well, it's kind of not hard to hear Magdalene when she goes out and about, so it's just kind of hard to miss. I usually try to stay clear of her.
You said Magdalene, right?
Yes, Magdalene. At least that's the name that she's been calling herself since everything happened. She and we share some similar traits, just less than. She's a little bit. How should I put this? She's a monster in every sense of the word.
Are we dealing with a werebat?
No, nothing's quite so much like that. The moon is out tonight, and I'm, as I see you now. Some would say the word vampire. That's not really accurate either because I don't really need to drink other people's bodily fluids to live.
That's a plus.
Yeah, no. He kind of like looks at you and like he kind of like dawns on him that this has been like super suspect kind of like conversation. Is like, oh no, nothing like that. So what you saw out there, she and I are the same as far as physically. I can choose to take a little bit more frightening form like that if I so desire, but I much prefer eating bread and having polite conversation rather than murdering poor people on boats and things.
Yeah, so was Magdalene responsible for all of that on the ferry boat? Are you aware of that as well?
I start taking notes.
Most likely.
Don't worry,
I haven't been out that way. Again, like I have tried to keep clear of her because she has a little bit more pull over the local bat population than I do, so she's got backup.
Okay.
I used to just be a bat, and then I was a man.
I see.
So
I see.
I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Don't even ask me why I know how to use like proper sentence structure and stuff like that. Don't think too hard about it. Don't think too hard about it. Alan says don't think too hard about it.
Do you see this
Athena's
gaping
just writing
plot
all this
hole?
down.
It's not there.
Yeah, Athena's furiously writing notes. Right. Yeah, I woke up here and can't really go. I turn into a normal sized bat when during the daytime, but I've been kind of stuck out here because it can't really go out in the daylight too much, and I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave Magdalene a free reign of this place.
Right. So you're not really friends with her. You're
No.
kind of trying to keep her under control.
Yeah, I'm not friends with her.
Okay.
I'm so. It's actually kind of glad that you all showed up, because
Yeah, I was about to explain why we're here. So
Yeah, we gonna kill her.
That would be preferable. She's
and
taken.
Then probably eviscerate her body and maybe make a suit out of it.
That would be the preferable solution.
No.
Or not to the last part. That's rather grim, my feline friend. That's a bad. That's a bad kitty.
Dude,
It's
listen,
using
just
all the
hear me
body
out
parts.
for a second. If
Absolutely
Nothing goes
not.
to waste.
what if more bats are after her, and then we need a bat suit? Hey, spy mission, cat in a bat.
Cat in a bat.
No.
I can't more emphatically say no.
Fine, can I take her wings then?
Let's table this conversation, okay? She's not dead yet. We haven't decided what to do yet.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out first.
I just met you all, and I'm
David.
feeling rather uncomfortable with the energy that you all brought to the bread table. I thought this was
Don't
a
pay
friendly sit down.
Don't pay attention to the
Hey, I
tuxedo
didn't take
cat
your
to
bread.
my left.
I didn't take your bread.
Yeah, you did not. You very politely refused. So I will give you that for your manners, minus the threats of dismemberment and other unspeakable
Not to you.
acts. Yes.
Yeah, but to one of his kind. Jesus,
It's a
cool
giant
it for a
bat.
second, okay?
He's heads. She's a monster. Okay.
Okay, so
Your friend. Magdalene has probably taken her down below because that's where she can free reign the most.
yeah, we definitely need to get around to rescuing him sooner rather than later, because all we found of the last person was an arm.
Do you know what the fastest way down to Magdalene's home is?
Can you take us there?
Yeah, there's a staircase, but I know the way pretty well, and I can ask around to some of the local bats.
Okay. Let's
That
get
would
the
be-
show on the road if you're down.
If you can help me get Magdalene off of this island one way or another, so that way she's no longer a threat. If we can maybe capture her and let me figure out where I fit in this bizarre world. I've only heard bits and pieces of it from looking at people's smartphones and the newspapers, but I've been dying to leave, but I just can't in good conscience, let Magdalene just wreak havoc on these unsuspecting tourists. And to answer your question before, as to why I'm dressed the way I am, when I was my previous form and became this, didn't exactly have any clothes, and the only clothes I could find were one of the uniforms on display.
Yeah, okay. You understand why I might have taken you for a ghost, right?
Yeah, you kind of gotta take stuff where you can get it. They're not exactly giving out free clothes to nude men wandering around in the fort.
Yeah, I'm so surprised you have such a good grasp of this concept, but let's blow past that. Let's go track down this bat.
Let's go to Magdalene's lair. Hurrah!
Yeah.
Let's sweep this under the DM rug.
Hey, I'm for it. This is magic. Magic is whatever, baby.
Well, it's just if you really break down Dungeons and Dragons too hard, nothing about it makes sense. So
Goodness, no. That's why it's a fantasy game.
Exactly.
Magic is just science we don't understand yet.
I like that.
Well, let's take the
great.
science
So we're all
bat down and
Disney.
kill the other science bat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yeah, you guys.
I want to like talk to David for like 2 hours straight, but it's almost 8 p.m. So
yeah, you guys have it's great pumpernickel bread. He's apparently learned to bake somewhere.
I am. I'm gonna take a slice or two to go, and let's get this show on the road. Like I said.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to touch on anything else before we move to the next thing?
Does Magdalene have any weaknesses?
Well, I assume that she's, comparable in strength to me. Maybe just a little more wild and savage in her approach to things. I guess they don't. They don't actually have any weaknesses.
Okay.
Damn.
That seems odd.
That's all right.
What's
As
her
long as she's not like a silvered weapon kind of monster.
No, nothing like that. I will tell you this much. I don't. It's not exactly as if I've gone around hitting myself with every odd implement around here to see if it hurts me really bad. But I know one thing that neither one of us can refute, and that is the sun will absolutely just destroy us.
Okay. Considering it's like, what time is it now? Actually, I'm gonna
it was
check
It was like twilight when you were like getting to the drawbridge, and that fight didn't take very long. But I'd say it's probably about. We're just gonna go with the logic that it's the same time of year, and no matter what time it is, how long we've been playing, whatever in D&D. So it is beginning of October. It's dark. Even if it was like 7 o'clock, it'd be pretty dark.
Yeah, I gotcha. What I guess I'm getting at is that we are several hours away from daytime.
Yes, so you don't actually have that long to wait around. So that's all he has to give you, unfortunately.
Yes, but in theory,
Yeah.
if we go into the cave, then we will be out of the sunlight. Correct?
Correct.
Yes, if you in the daytime, like 8 hours from now or 9 hours.
Yeah. Yeah. What I'm saying is that even though that's like a known weakness, it's not going to do us much good because sunrise is super far away, and I don't really feel like Magnus is going to make it till morning if she has her way with him.
No.
Yeah, Marcus is going to be bat chow.
It's not something that I'm 100% sure on, but maybe I could use radiant damage to imitate sunlight.
Possibly.
That's a really good idea.
I'd be willing to house roll that, even though it doesn't technically like have lore wise. It makes sense that it would,
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a plan where I like thaumaturgy her into thinking that the sun is coming up and we scare her. But
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that's more of a question of how stupid is your bad friend there,
or how good can we tell a lie? So, and I'm pretty good at telling lies, at least to monsters who I'm trying to trick.
I'll remember that for later.
Is this going to be your Fred comes up with a plan Scooby-Doo episode?
I think so. I mean, gosh, I don't know, but like, gee, I hope so. So,
David does chime in. I will warn you. Down in the cells, there are some. I've talked to some of the spirits. There are obviously spirits here. The Civil War was.
Right, of course.
This is not an unknown fact. In real life, most people are pretty well aware of the fact that Fort Delaware is haunted AF.
Yeah. It just took me a second to get over, like, is Hope going to be surprised by this or not? So
no,
that's all.
No, I think it's pretty common knowledge that they do ghost tours and stuff there.
Yeah.
So that's like the main reason why it's a tourist attraction. But the spirits, some of the spirits I've talked to, like the kitchen spirit here, you can't see her because she's pretty shy, but she's the one who taught me to bake.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's sweet.
There's legit a kitchen ghost that it haunts one of the kitchen rooms, and she didn't like men being in the pantry. So like people have like reported that they've like had like men have gone to the pantry and like the door slammed on them and stuff.
Wait, that's crazy.
That's like 100% real.
I feel like also there's that beautiful, line between the real world and D&D where she's definitely an actual apparition, in this universe. Like she'll actually show up to
Oh, yeah.
people and be like, walking, talking, being a ghost.
Yeah, for
In a
sure.
D&D universe. So,
But the kitchen ghost is fine. Some of the ghosts down in the cells, less so. This was a
Okay.
Civil War prison, mind you.
yeah. I mean, so the plan that I'm kind of working on here that I wouldn't mind people pitching in on is if we can lure her back up here and then make her think that the sun is coming out. So we can kind of like force her hand and make her turn, and like see if we can trap her or something like that. And then if we can just,
Pretty sure
no,
they
I guess
did that.
killing her is the best route. I was like thinking about like rehoming her somewhere, but
Well,
I'm
no,
like, we're
we
a
have to think
pest
about
exterminator. We're not,
Go ahead,
the
Josh.
Humane Society of Monsters.
We have to save that guy's friend or brother or whatever, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
should
let's
probably go do that.
let's go storm the castle.
Let's
Yeah.
go storm the caverns.
The plan of tricking the bad guy into thinking the sun is rising. I don't know if any of y'all remember a movie called Rockadoodle, like from back in the
Yeah.
90s. They I'm
Yes.
pretty sure they did that exact same thing to the bad owl in it. Like they used a flashlight to scare the shit out of an owl.
Oh my god, something. I don't know. We can try to intimidate her with light or something later, but we'll just go for it from here.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of us, when we got out of the van, didn't we grab nets?
Yes, I believe you and Athena and Tim, I think, maybe.
I don't think I just grabbed my guns and my
So maybe it was
notebook.
just Sam and Athena.
Okay. That could really be helpful, especially with bats.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have yet to capture a single bat.
I don't think we're
Well,
gonna capture
now we've
that
figured
now with
out-
those old nets.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
We also know that they're not normal bats.
Did anyone ask David if all the bats are about that size, or if there's like varying sizes?
I don't think anybody asked them. No.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Rachel, you had something to say also?
No, you're good. Well, I mean, all of the bats that we fought just now were large bats. So
Mhm.
I get the sense that they were like enhanced by her or something, or that they were brought like specifically like the large bats of this universe were drawn to her. So if we deal with her, like I said, my gut instinct, my gut guess was kind of right in the sense that once we, deal with her, the bat problem here is going to be done with. Like we'll have fulfilled our contract to the best of our ability.
Ideally, yes.
Mhm.
Have any of you taken the time to actually go and investigate any of the bats that you took down?
No.
No.
And we're
Well,
very
that
far
got
away from
stolen.
them now.
Go ahead, Les.
Not that far away. It's just out in the courtyard.
I mean, I'll go check it out.
Yeah. Let's say we'll stop by one of the dead bats on our way out to the tunnels.
So who all is
Yeah.
going? Are you are only some of you going, or some of you gonna like stay like in the manor for a minute while you go check it out? Because the bats that you did actually take out were towards the archway, whereas the manor is over closer to the other end. So let me tell me what
Okay.
y'all are doing here.
Well, are the bats? Are there any of the dead bats on the way to the cave that leads down into her lair? Okay, because that was
No.
what the idea
No,
was.
the only one that was over towards the lair, towards the tunnel, was the one that flew away.
Okay.
Yeah, and we didn't take that one out.
Mm-mm.
So, but let's go inspect a bat body and then go. 'Cause that's a pretty big, bright, flashing neon sign of go check out one of the dead bats.
Yeah, we should also move together just because we don't know when or if any more groups of giant bats are going to try to eat our face.
Yeah, and David's coming with us, right? I've asked him to, so
He's probably too polite to say no, so he's probably coming with us.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, if he doesn't want to, that's his prerogative. But
He just kind of like walks up, doesn't like he turn like make sure the fire's out, and he like I'll catch up with you. Want to make sure that I don't burn the manor down since I did start everything up. And I'll meet up with you by the entrance.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Who's checking out the bat body?
I will.
Get it.
I probably will too.
I'll assist. Or yeah, Tim, why don't you assist Athena? That means Athena, you can make the check with advantage.
Yeah, because the assist is the help action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
How are you helping? Like, could just kind of give me like a in-world reason, like of how you're making her inspection of the body like better.
I can help hold things, like at the right angles, shine. Like, I probably have like a flashlight on me or something, and help shine on the body, or also just with, my, knowledge of beasts and stuff, help point out things to her.
Okay, cool. What was that? That is enough for me. That's good. Like, I like to justify why like things like do the thing they do, because like just saying I help. Oh, how do you help?
Mm-hmm.
Beasts are my favorite enemy. I don't know if these would fall into that, but
yeah, I think they would.
These do fall under beast. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Les, what's
17.
a 17?
Yes.
Okay. It is a grayish colored furred bat. Grossly larger than your average size bat. Usually those are usually about the size of like a squirrel or something. This is more of the size of like a small dog, like at least the body of it. Size of, I'd say probably size of like maybe like I can't think of the right word, like a dachshund or something like that. Like definitely a little bit bigger, like, but the wingspan on it like makes up most of the space for these things.
Okay.
How did you? Which one? How was that one taken out? Do we remember? That was bat number 1, because that's the only one you actually killed.
Oh, that was obliterated to pink
that was one that
mist.
I shot through the everything.
Yeah. Okay. So it's funny that actually is fun. Of course, that's the one that was left behind. I was gonna say that there was definitely some remains, because that kind of doesn't work for this. After I set it up for you, it was funny for the goof, but less funny for like actually moving the plot along.
Yeah, I feel like you could explain that with we're looking at some giblets here. So
yeah, there's some chunks. So
The wings are intact.
It looks, other than the large size, it looks like a normal size bat. What does strike you as odd is that instead of having, red colored blood, or like a dull red, like what you would see like from a wound, it is actually a purple color.
Purple.
Mm-hmm.
That is very weird.
Ah, yes, the Nickelodeon mustard purple
Oh,
of the bat.
that green and purple ketchup.
No. The purple was mustard. The green was ketchup, but the purple was mustard.
I know like Heinz did like green and purple ketchup. Like,
Yeah, but it was like everybody just kind of. I think that they like marketed it with Nickelodeon.
Oh, okay, gotcha. But yeah, the blood be purple.
Interesting.
Yes, I tell the party. It has purple blood, not red. So definitely not natural.
Purple seems
Yeah.
sus.
Well,
Purple, very sus.
now we know
Very
that all that blood that we first found was not any of the bats. So whoever got wasted, wow, they just
Probably
ate
several
shit.
of people.
Oh man, it just made it so much worse.
Oh, yeah.
They got obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's not gonna clean up
yeah.
easy.
Shame.
No, that's why we're not a cleaning
Shame.
company. We leave that shit for crime scene cleanup.
I will take down notes about the purple blood in my notebook.
Which is a very unusual occurrence, because you've never seen anything with blood that color.
I think I've been like watching too much true crime recently, but I'm thinking like, oh my god, I should have called 911 as soon as we found that body. But I don't know.
We
It's a
called the
fantasy
office.
world. It's a fantasy world.
Yeah. Again, too much true crime.
All right.
So to the cave entrance.
I'm trying to look at where we're at
Yep.
with time because I know we are at.
We should
quarter
be
after
close to
8.
45, 50 minutes.
Yeah, we're about 45, 50 minutes, so I think that's probably a good spot to end
Okay.
it. We're running a little long. I apologize, Josh.
No, you're fine.
So-
Again, I'm gonna be carpooling. Just it does need to end.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Can I give us a little narrative twist at the end?
Yeah, go ahead.
So when we finish looking at the bat's body, and then we walk up to the dark tunnels where we can just hear the echoing screech of a bat coming up from the bottom, and David says, well, let's get this over with.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another episode of Tales from the Tidewater, 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast. We have new episodes that come out every Thursday. And if you want to catch it, hang out with us on the live streams. We stream every other Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us on social media at Bratcat Media, and you can also send us an email if you have comments or questions about the show. And that's going to be Leo, as in the zodiac sign, at bratcat.media. And also, while you're at it, why don't you go leave a 5-star review on your podcasting app of choice. But hopefully by the time this is put out, we will be on Stitcher as well as iTunes. But we're also on YouTube. So thanks a bunch for hanging out with us, everybody. It's been a blast. Blast of purple bat gore. And we will catch y'all next time. Insert ending catchphrase here. Bye-bye.
Same bat time, same bat place.
Same bat time, same bat place.